Good morning, and welcome to the Deal Room Live, the daily real estate deal tank powered by Titan Impact Group, a global leader in AI-driven real estate investing and funding, where the real estate world meets speed, precision, and profit. And bring us your deal so we can put it into our AI model that analyzes and structures real estate deals in minutes, generates all the docs you need to get the deal done, and gives you a verified, unbiased breakdown of due diligence report. The investors get the advantage of getting fully vetted AI-analyzed deals that cut their due diligence time down by 60%. So you're in the right place. Let's open the deal room now and get into today's opportunity.
Katya, we're just talking about you.
Good morning. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good. If it looks like I'm crying, it's because I am so allergic to everything outside
You
that
want a solution?
I can't breathe.
Leave California.
No. Do you want a solution, honey?
What's your solution?
Here's the solution because my kids had brutal allergies. Go and get local bee pollen. It has to be
Really?
local. So what happens is the bees go around to all the flowers and stuff, and their bee pollen, you can either take honey or bee pollen. The bee pollen's better, but it has to be local to you because it has to be all the flowers in that particular area. You take a scoop of the bee pollen. It's like powdered honey is how it tastes. Or you can take 2 tablespoons of local honey every single day. Within 2 weeks, all of your allergies will be gone and they'll never come back because your body will be able to ingest all of that and then have the natural antihistamines to block all the receptors and have your body not freaking out the way it is.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
It works.
I've never had bee pollen. Is one better than the other, or it doesn't matter?
Local is the answer. It has to be from your area. So you want to find like a local beekeeper. You guys have got a ton there.
Okay.
So
Because
Google it. Farmers markets. Yeah, farmers markets generally have like local providers. Again,
Or health food stores too.
Do local honey, like from your particular area.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good to know. I never even heard about that.
Yeah, when we went to Washington, same thing. Went to Arizona, same thing. Anyway, so enough about that. Tommy wants to get working on not honey stuff.
Makes sense. I find this conversation valuable, though.
Good. Good morning, Blake. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing very well myself. How about you?
I'm awesome. Excited to see all y'all.
It's great to hear.
If you guys need a deal, I have an RV park for Catherine.
Look at you.
Make you happy.
Okay, awesome. I love that everything's about making me happy. Not really.
So you have a 10 o'clock, a 10:15, and a 10:30 today.
Yeah, 15-minute calls.
Again, like not quite sure what are we doing with them. You got one that's for Champagne and Cowboys. Logan wants to be interviewed.
Logan wants me on a podcast. Irina is about
wants to be on a podcast.
Wants you and I to be guests on his podcast.
Yeah. Okay.
So I got to get that scheduled. So 10 o'clock is Irina. It's about she's giving us pricing, which she just needs to talk to Amor. Amor needs to take that call. Logan is the podcast guy. Sahil is a sponsor.
A sponsor for what?
The summit.
That's, what's his name again?
Sahil. And then we have those guys coming in at 11. I really want to keep that meeting short. I don't want it to drag on for hours.
No, me neither. Katya can jump on the Go High Level messages where they were sent the wrong link. They were sent to Titan Impact Group. We can pull up right now and look at if we can pull up and look at the website, if you guys don't mind. How many people we got in here today?
Can I pull it up from here? Let me see.
No.
Which website? I'm sorry.
Go to summits at scottsdalesummit.com. I wanted to see how many people we had in here. Your speller is broke this morning. That
is always a true statement.
All right, here we go. So,
share with all of you what we're looking at. We're managing lots of things all at the same time. This is what being an investor looks like.
No worries.
You guys are getting the inside track. So scottsdalesummit.com. Right. So Blake, Katya would love your help with promoting all of this. Also, they spoke at that fraternity on Friday night. They are like leaning in. They're like, whatever we can do to help get this out, they really want to do that.
Right. So I want to get them to put up a pop-up here that pops up. Like if you're on the page for more than 10 seconds, it'll pop up and say, click here to get on the coming soon list, because we're not selling these tickets till April. But let me run through this real quick. Look at the tickets tab at the top. Okay, click the agenda tab. I just want to go through the buttons to make sure everything works. We need more information in there. That looks a little spread out, but we can probably do some stuff in there. Speakers.
Yeah, somebody hasn't they didn't expand the box at the top, like the P is cut off. See how the P is cut off in speakers and the G was cut off in agenda.
No, I'm not
Yeah,
seeing it like.
right here,
Yeah, it's
Oh.
right there. It's got a.
if you pop
So
back to
Laura, here's what I'd like for you to do. I'd like you to get on the phone with Orlando and literally go line by line like this, because this is your genius.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be very helpful.
I mean, we're going to expand on some of these. Like, we're going to put up the speakers. I got to get him the avatars and the mini bios to put in there.
Right.
But I want to have a base website established.
Yeah. Well, and I want this pulled up above the fold. Like, just having this below the fold doesn't work. We
Right.
need this stuff needs
on the phone. It pulls straight up. It's
Got
right
it.
there.
Okay.
Right. But yeah, we definitely need to adjust on the visual side of this. Let's see. Yeah, he needs to add the picture like we talked about. Let's get him to send us notes, the notes that he took, because I have the notes that I took, and so I need to see the notes. He's got that in there on those. So yeah, he's got more work to do. So let's just skip past this.
Okay.
It still says TNT events over in the corner. I think that's okay.
Yeah.
I think we're okay with that.
For sure.
I think I would rather have it be a logo though.
Okay.
And we'll make it the Scottsdale Summit logo or something.
Okay.
So go back to Summit, the main page right there. Scroll down. I like that. Keep going. Keep going. All right, keep going. And if anybody in the room right now wants to go and check out the frequently asked questions and see if they make sense or ask more questions, by all means, email us so we know what to do. I think this all looks pretty good.
Please, people are texting.
Huh?
I need my phone. People are texting.
Texting what?
Me.
Who's Irina?
The call at 10 o'clock.
Right, but what does she do?
She is the one. I don't know what the hell to call it. The stuff for the event.
He does the merchandise.
tchotchkes. Yeah.
Merchandise.
Yeah.
Got
So
it.
she put together a whole list for our champagne and cowboys.
We're not going to have tchotchkes there, are we?
I don't know.
No.
I mean, we had initially talked about it with her.
Not for champagne and cowboy.
I'll deal with that at 10
The
o'clock.
vendors all need tchotchkes. There's 60 of them. I just gave you a list this morning of the types,
Right.
right?
Yeah. And I need a more to take over this, or even Katya. Okay. So on this website, what's next?
Anyway, we're done. We've got to get
The fun things.
that run through. Let's go look at Deal Hunter. ChatGPT now. It's easier if you like do it just from your desktop. Yeah. And then that way you don't have to keep changing back and forth.
Yep. I know.
Whatever. And so if we go to commercial deal DSCR analysis, who's in the room? I want to make sure we ain't got nobody.
Laura, you managing?
I'm monitoring it. Nobody's in the room.
Okay.
Do we have a list?
Yeah. So it's Katya, Blake, Laura,
That's right there.
and us.
There's no one else.
No.
All right. Go ahead and go up to the top of this. The deal that I ran this weekend. All the way up and go to the top. You grab that little thing and right there. So click on the pictures and take a look at them. This is a flyer for Club Scottsdale back when Mike bought it, and he bought it for $9 million. They were trying to sell it for 10, right? And it was a car dealership. If you go to the next flyer, you'll see it. This car dealership right here, you can see downstairs, they used to have just all the cars kind of just parked in there. That button right there. So 15,000 square foot building. And so we've got 3,200 square foot upstairs. You can see like all the cars there. And this is what the upstairs looked like for the lounge for people to come up and work out deals, etc. back when it was a car dealership. So I met Jack, who's one of the guys that's going to sell this thing. I said, Mike, how much you selling it for? And he said, $15 million. I was like, why are you selling? He's like, well, I just want to sell the building. I don't want to sell anything else. Okay. Watch this. Go back. I said, I want to run this deal on a commercial building. I want to see what we would need to do to reverse engineer the numbers so that we could get about a 1.6 or 1.8 DSCR score for the amount of money into this. Probably end up paying about $18 million for it, the building it. Anyway, so tell me how much we need to be making a month if we get $9 million on a loan, 50% LTV, and the other is going to be Mike financing it. So scroll down. I can't even read my own gibberish. But ChatGPT does, and it says right here, deal terms are going to be $18 million. I know Mike said 15, so I said I want 18. Why did I say that? I'll tell you in a minute. 9 million goes to the bank in first position. Mike is 9 million in second position. Mike paid $9 million for this. So what I want to do is I want to make him whole.
Right.
And then I'm going to turn around and I'm going to get him to agree to do 5% interest, 25-year amortization, 10-year balloon. And then I'm going to get the bank to give me 7.5%, 25% amortization, which is a typical commercial term. And how I'm going to do this is by getting what's called a DSCR commercial loan. DSCR means debt service coverage ratio. Let's go down and take a look at what that looks like. The debt service that I would end up having to pay on this building is somewhere around $120,000 a month, right? So if I paid $120,000 a month, that means I'm going to pay right about $1.4 million a year, right? What I need to do in order to meet the 1.6 or 1.8 debt service coverage ratio is create $190,000 to $215,000 of income out of this building. Okay. So how do I do that? I stack up the income. Let's take a look at it. Scroll up a little bit. We've got 3 executive offices on that top floor. So I can rent those out for $10,000 a month and get $30,000 a month off of office leases. Then Club Scottsdale has a master lease. That's Mike's club, and I'm gonna lease him the building for his club at $75,000, which is the poker room and all that. We can rent out the podcast room and get money from that. Dapper Luxury Car Wash. We're going to put a car wash in the back. They're going to pay us $15,000 a month. We've got event revenue every month, 20 grand. We get car fleet rental. They rent space here for 10 grand a month to park their cars with a gross projected income of about $280,000 a month. That gives me a GPI of 3.36. Now, when we go look at that relative to the DSCR, we can see if our operating expenses are 30% of our income, we're going to have anywhere between, with an NOI of 2.35, which is about $200,000 a month, we'll have a DSCR for 1.65. So I'm barely over. It falls right in between the 1.6 and the 1.8. But that's with the 30% expenses. I'm paying all the taxes. I'm paying all the crap, right? Let's go down a little bit more. If operating expenses are 32% of income, I go right down to exactly the 1.6. If it becomes 35, I go down to 1.53. So if my operating expenses increase, then I'm going to be losing money. Go down and let's take a look and see if this was assumed. How much income would I need to create for a 1.8 DSCR? I'm going to need to add another $25,000 a month. So what do? I would throw more events, bump the events up to $45,000, $50,000 a month. That'd be an easy way to do it right there. It says to also add 10% more to the Club Scottsdale, 7K more for events, and then 7K more for cars, like add in some more cars. The DSCR lender sees this and says that if I have an NOI of 2.2 million a month, that my bank annual debt service is in good hands, right? So what I want to do is go down a little bit more. We're going to take a look. Keep going. I said build this out into a P&L so I can see all the assumptions. So price 18 million, first loan 9 million, second loan 9 million, debt service 120, projected income 280, then 32% of gross income to be used for operating expense. Keep going. Everything rounded to the nearest dollar. This is how it looks. Keep going down. These are operating expenses. Look at the operating expenses. I got a property tax of 8%, insurance of 3%, utilities of 4%. You're going too fast. Repairs, payroll, marketing and events, admin, capital reserves. That's how it came up to the 32%, right? So what I can do is I can put a lot of this back on Club Scottsdale and say that they have to come up with the net on all that. That's called a triple net lease. So I could triple net lease them on it, right? So get rid of, if I can eliminate that $1 million out of my annual, NOI goes up, right? So let's take a look at it. Go down to the NOI. So what our net operating income would be, about $200,000 a month extra, which is how we're able to cover our mortgages. So cash flow after debt service, we're making roughly every month about $70,000 by owning the building. That's all we're doing, owning the building. So go down. You think we would have a membership here too?
What do you mean?
We'd probably have a full membership here, right?
What do you mean a full membership?
If we own the building, we're like full members of Club Scottsdale then, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So
Are
what
you
did I
guys
do?
considering purchasing the building? Is this like a real?
Yes.
Do you
It's
see
a very
Tatia's
real
eyeballs get
concept.
really big when she asks that question? Like, oh my God, are you guys really going to do this? Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah, like literally, he's like, I'm selling the building. I'm like, we're buying it. Like it was Monopoly in real life. This is Monopoly in real life, is what we do. So we twist these numbers around if we need to, down to 20 years, down to 25 years. We can, again, this is the beauty of ChatGPT and Deal Hunter, is that I can get these computations done that fast. Keep going down.
Yeah.
Oh, are we at the bottom?
Yeah.
All right, watch this. Hit that button. All right, all this information looks great. What I want to do is I want to put together a fully robust letter of intent for Mike Lancott, Lanctot, to address how we want to buy this property, covering these terms like this. We would like to also invite Mike to extend the lease terms to 10 years for Club Scottsdale, and possibly even be a board advisor to the building, the company that buys the building. And the company that buys the building is going to be Titan Impact Group, Scottsdale Holdings, LLC. And we would like to offer Mike a position in that so that he's able to secure his club in the building while also building the Titan Impact Group portfolio of commercial property. So we'd like to formally invite him to sell us the property, create this LOI from Tommy D and Catherine Bell of Titan Impact Group. And so
Jermaine joined us as well.
good morning, Jermaine. So this will roll out from here. We've got a side note. We got to meet up with Cam today at 6:30, and then we've got a meeting, Wednesday at 6:30, and we got a meeting with Corey tonight after 5:30 for Go High Level.
Okay, so 5:30
Yeah,
tonight is Corey.
yeah.
Go High Level. And then Cam,
Wednesday at 6:30.
unless we're in Houston.
CTOT. Wait until it's done. I gotta fix it. X out and open it back up.
Oh, it's processing.
I know, and I'm being impatient.
Just saying good morning while you're doing that. It's Jermaine.
Go ahead and hit that again because I got to get it to correct. I want this to be in a canvas, and I want it to be able to where I can copy, edit, download. And Michael's last name is Lanctot.
And Catherine is Catherin.
And so again, it can have Einstein's brain and still act like a kindergartner.
So are you all familiar with Canvas? When you tell it to put it in Canvas, you literally can like edit it right there instead of going
What's
back and
Scottsdale
forth.
Holdings? Is that a?
It'll be a new entity.
Because we don't have enough entities for you to manage, Laura.
I was like, did I miss one? When did I miss that one?
The newest baby. Oh, speaking of babies, this is really funny while we're doing this. So on Saturday night, Tommy took me out dancing, and we went to this new place for me, not new to him, but new to me. And it was this outdoor, there was bull riding, which was
fun.
And then there was a band outside. We were, dancing and stuff. Anyways, as we're coming in, there was this group. I think there were like 6 of them. Anyway, they turned around. They said, "Can we ask you a huge favor?" Anyways, this was actually super, super funny.
The bars out in Arizona, you can go to the bar as long as you're 18, but you can't drink until you're 21. And if you go to a bar yet after 9 o'clock, you got to be accompanied by an adult. So we adopted 6 kids.
We adopted a bunch of kids outside of a bar.
Nice.
And had them all come in and dance with us.
That's awesome.
They went in to watch the rodeo. That's all they did. They went to watch the bull riding.
So there's a giant road runner.
Oh yeah. The neon road runner.
Anyway, squirrel.
That's awesome.
Okay, that's adopting.
So yeah, so this is this email, or what this does is it provides us with an LOI now that we can copy, print, send to Mike.
Sherry Lynn's coming in.
I increased the price to 18 million is because I'm asking Mike to carry the note. The other reason why I did was because the building itself can value at 15 million. And so if I can show another bank that we got this thing on a $9 million note, tell Mike to hold off recording his note, we can go in and get a $5 million $5 million construction loan and add another floor to this thing, which is then going to increase our square footage. I can go up to 3 stories here, and we'll probably take over the entire roof of this thing and turn it into a nightclub upstairs with cafe and stuff. Put an external elevator in, and so people can just go pull up out here. They don't come into this building. They literally go to the 3rd floor and go up to the cafe and the barista and all that bullshit. So
Yes, I agree. That's a great idea.
Nice. Good morning, Sherry-Lynn.
So we'll be adding another probably about another 9,000 to 10,000 square foot upstairs for a bar, like a nightclub-ish thing, and during the day a cafe. What?
Just okay.
Adds another 50 grand, 60 grand a month to the deal.
Okay.
So I like making money.
Amen.
So, and Mike's like, yeah, this is a pretty cool idea. So we're going to talk to him when he gets back in town. What?
They're next door.
Yeah, Lappin's going to be moving out of here, Mike said. So if they move to their new location, we're going to get rid of a lot of cars. We'll have room for new cars to come in.
Well, because you had Lappin in here renting that office space.
Right, but we're going to take it over.
So then we need to remove that 10,000 a
No,
month.
Club Scottsdale is going to consume it. It's going to be an executive suite type of thing. I have the 3 executive suites in there. Did you see it? Go back through it. Show me where it says Lappin. Lappin's not a tenant.
Well, okay, then I misunderstood. I mean,
I don't have Lappin in there as a tenant. Dapper's in there, but not Lappin.
I read this executive office suites times 3.
Right there, 3 of them.
Okay. So, and you're saying that Club Scottsdale is going to take on an additional 30,000 a month to pay for those?
Mike wants to turn those into executive office suite leases.
Got it.
Lappin's
Okay.
got room over there for 3 offices in their space. When they move out, we're going to lease them at 10,000 per unit, but until then, they're going to be Club Scottsdale spaces.
Got it.
He's getting this is the master lease is $75,000 for the whole building.
Right.
Then he's going to tack in another 30. We're going to get 30,000 for those 3 spots over there. This guy next door pays the lease. I didn't factor him in either.
Guy next door.
This guy right here next door.
With the suits.
Oh, this guy.
Right. And then the suits guy ain't even factored in there either.
Okay. Cool.
And the podcast studio ain't even factored in there either.
Right.
So this is how you keep numbers conservative. You leave out shit that you know, but you don't know.
Okay.
Because we could buy the building, these guys could say, "Oh, we're out of here." And if they're in my budget, man, I'm screwed.
Right.
Right.
So I won't do that. But yeah, no, I intentionally did not put Lappin in there because they're not going to be here.
Okay, so here's the LOI.
Yep. So that'll build out the LOI. And again, I'll read through this, make sure it's presented properly, et cetera, et cetera. I'll have a side negotiation with Michael about the fact that we're going to go and get another $4 or $5 million. We're going to expand the parking here. We're going to put, a 3rd floor upstairs and do all this other stuff. And all we're doing that for is because then it'll make the building worth 18 million minimum, right? And then I'll be able to go back and that guy fucked that car up. So there's a Maserati outside that looks like it did the 24 hours of Daytona. And that's sad when you get a Maserati that looks like it just came back from a enduro race. Somebody's gonna be mad. I would be. Like if you went out and tore up my $800,000 car.
Right.
Anyway, I'm just looking out the window. Sorry, sidetrack.
Squirrel.
So Mike being able, with us being able to expand that, like I listened to somebody talk about this morning. They're like, what their business plan is, they're going out buying 2-bedroom, 1-bath houses with 2-car garages for like $100,000, and then turn around and selling them for $240 by closing in the garage, putting a carport, and creating a 4-bed, 2-bath.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool, right?
I guess.
Yeah. So again, that's the example of like, do you work hard for $10 or do you work hard for $1 million? You work the same. In this business, you work the same. It's going to take me the same amount of effort to add 10,000 square foot to this building as it is for that guy to close in 2-car garage.
Right.
And the difference is that I'm playing with $20 million and he's playing with $200,000.
Yeah.
So truly the difference. It's the difference between buying Baltic and Mediterranean or buying Boardwalk and Park Place.
Right.
Right. By the way, if you want to have some fun, let's click on new chat. Go to Deal Hunter,
Right.
if you don't mind.
Yes, because we all want to have fun.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's right there. GPTs.
GPTs.
Yeah. Go to Deal Hunter right there. And so go ahead and hit the dictate button. I want to have a conversation. So we want to have a little fun this morning. We love the game Monopoly. And in the game Monopoly, we understand that we have to buy the property and then build. We can only build houses after we own 3 properties, and we can only build hotels after we own 4 houses. So what I would like you to do is create in a spreadsheet style format or in a table style format, what is the ROI for each property And what is the ROI once we start getting houses on them? And then what is it for if we have hotels? Can you break that down for me and put that into a spreadsheet, into a canvas so I can edit, copy, download, and share it with my friends? And this is really interesting because if you ever played Monopoly, everybody wants to go after Boardwalk and Park Place, right? Because everybody knows that's where the money's at.
I want them all.
That's the game, right? That's the idea.
I want 4 railroads.
4 railroads are important because then what you're able to do is you're 4xing your money. Each spot on this board has a value X, right? And so your value X on each property, I'm going to tell it to do that in just a minute. But this is a good example of how I want people to look at utilizing Deal Hunter. You want to come to Deal Hunter and say, I don't want to run every deal and make every deal work. That's not the point. The point is I want to come to Deal Hunter and you tell me this is how the deal will work. And if I can't do it that way, move on. Learning how to say no and let go, right? So learning how to say no and let go to a deal because it's going to either cost you money or it's not going to work comes through taking that investor survey as well. Go show that real quick while this is thinking.
So if I go out of it,
I don't think it'll cause an issue. Go ahead. This is the Landshark Real Estate Investor Survey. And
so
this is
Jermaine. Yeah, I don't think Jermaine's done it yet.
Blake, you did this, right? We got you.
Yeah. And we got Katya, Laura.
Katya did it. Laura did it. Sherry Lynn did it. Jermaine, what are you waiting for, bro?
I'll get that to you this week. I've just been traveling back and forth quite a bit.
And that's the perfect time to do it. It's because you can literally take this test and this survey with just hitting the microphone button and having that conversation with it. So
I didn't realize I could do that. Okay, I'll get it done.
Absolutely. Laura did it in 20 minutes, bro. So
I took 5 days. Don't do the way I did it.
Don't do it the way Kevin did. Let's go back and look at the Monopoly. It says that the Monopoly ROI is ready to go. And so here, let's go up a little bit, see what it says. So it shows your purchase price, your house cost, and then rents. Looks pretty cool.
There we
Go down. Go ahead and go down, showing all that. And cut it off a little bit, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead and click here on that.
That dictate.
On the dictate. Yep. Go ahead and add what the multiplier is now to each property once we reach each stage. I want to know which properties get the best multipliers as well as the best ROIs. And so this is just an example of like, I got information. Now I want it to give me more information. So I'm teaching it. I'm not giving it a very large amount of information. I'm giving it enough to supply me with data and then go get me more. So I call it working with it or teaching it. And so this is why I like doing this is it allows the machine to then begin to learn, and it goes from being artificial intelligence over to strategic intelligence, right? So go ahead and go down through here. I repeated that list, I think, which is fine. Go back to talk to it again.
I think there's a column where you actually can scroll across it, and there's different rows and columns.
It's not
Yeah,
right there. Right
Yeah.
there. Slide to the right. Right there. Full. You see down here? Slide it that way. No.
When I do that, we lose the ability.
I know. I need you to just grab that and move it. There you go.
Listen, mister.
Keep going. And just put it into
formulas.
So that you guys, you geeky nerds with the damn spreadsheet, can figure this out.
Hey,
You calling a geeky nerd?
Go back to over here so I can tell it what I really think. This is great for somebody who likes spreadsheets. Now, can you put it into a format that I can understand? I want to know the calculations of this, not the short form for spreadsheets. I need one of those mouses on Mises. What are they? A mouse? It's a mouse that goes on my finger and I can scroll like this and click and direct and all that. Any one of those.
Okay.
That'd be cool.
Denerdify. You should have asked it to denerdify it.
Hit that button. Right there. It's evident we're not understanding each other very well. I want to know the ROI of every property, and I want to know what the X factor is for every property once we buy it, and then once we get it into a monopoly, and then once we add houses, and then once we add hotels. Put all of that into a way I can understand it and display it in the chat. Skip the canvas. And so again, this is just an example of, if it's not going to do what I want it to do, then I'm going to have to stop, reset, and get it to do what I want it to do. Yeah. Right. And sometimes I might have to go get an example, bring it in and show it the example. I want it to look like this.
Right.
Or something else that helps is I'll go use a different
Claude.
AI like Claude or something like that. And I'll
Perplexity.
tell it, make me a prompt that ChatGPT will understand so I can get what I want. And
Yeah.
then I'll bring it back and put it in there for it to do that.
Right.
Right. So the idea is that we're able to use this as a working force, not as something that is a hobby.
Right.
Or something that kind of, when people used to buy vehicles, they used what was called the Kelly Blue Book.
I still do.
Mhm.
Right. Kelly Blue Book is used to value car. I want Deal Hunter to be the Kelly Blue Book of real estate. Right. And the only way to do that is do extensive teaching on it and making sure that it doesn't fail.
Right.
Right. Kelly Blue Book is just an estimator, gives you values, but even Kelly Blue Book is not 100% correct because you got to take in all the considerations and factors to that car.
Right.
Like if we did the KBB on that Maserati right now, it's going to be really low, right? Like, it shrank. Now, if we go down there to the shiny one that doesn't look like it went through a turtle, that one is going to be worth the high end of the KBB.
Right.
So let's see what it says now. This is crazy because I had literally had a conversation with it the other day and it gave me, oh, here we go. So the top 5 hotel ROIs.
That's what
This
you
is what I
wanted.
was after.
Yeah.
So Connecticut Avenue actually hits at a 162%. Okay. And then all the way down. None of those are the dark blue, right?
Isn't this hilarious?
And then down here, the top 5 X hotels is the 2 browns, light blues, and that's it. Those have the highest X factors comparatively.
Awesome.
Right?
So this is your cheat sheet for winning Monopoly.
Yeah.
Your hack sheet, the Monopoly hack sheet.
So here you go, brown properties. You can see your X's all the way through. And this is what you should be doing with your portfolio. This is why I'm showing you this. It's not just for fun. It's 100% figure it out. Let them, do the numbers, let the numbers tell you what to do. This is that part of that game. Like, this is the numbers, this is what you need to do. If you're not doing it this way, don't expect to win, right? Expect to play hard, but don't expect to win, okay?
Like being the janitor in cash flow. Be the
You're
janitor.
damn right. The janitor and
Janitor almost always wins.
Money all the time, especially if they don't have kids.
Well, they get out of the rat race the fastest.
Right. Why? Why do they get out the fastest?
Because their expenses are so low.
I have no
Super
expenses.
low, right? So with that in mind, this is the mentality we can carry into all things. Be a janitor. I like to say work like a crackhead. Why do you work like a crackhead? Because crackheads never have no crack. They always have crack, or they're working for it. And then they're out mowing lawn or vacuuming the lawn at 2 a.m.
Right.
Right? They're never out of crack. So if you become obsessed, I heard this morning with my buddy Adam. He says, if you are not obsessed with what you're doing, find something else to do, right? Because you're not going to succeed. You can't expect success from something you're not obsessed with.
Right.
Right. And
Yeah.
so from that standpoint, it's kind of tricky, difficult. So we're looking at, this is how you can project into Deal Hunter to find out stuff. Look at Boardwalk. It barely gets over 40X.
Isn't that crazy?
Barely.
And yet we all think,
Go after Boardwalk and Park.
yep.
Go get the big
But
ones.
meanwhile, the ones that actually make the highest ROI.
And then, yeah.
So here, ready for this? I'm going to give you a secret hack. I always go after Boardwalk and Park Place because I know everybody else wants it. I use it to trade off to get the ones that kick your ass. Does that ring a bell? Isn't that what kind of happened in that game, Catherine?
Yeah, until I got all 4 utilities and then kicked your ass.
You did
won the
that
game.
back, but there's only 2 utilities. You had 4 railroads.
That's what I mean. Oh, for whatever. I think I had both utilities and all 4.
And again, I wouldn't call it an ass kicking, seeing as how we sacrifice the game due to somebody having a fit. Anyway.
Oh, not true.
Listen, BFF.
Wow, your memory is bad.
BFF-in-law, I've got this figured out.
Yeah, you're never going to get agreement from Laura.
Never.
Fascinating
I
memory.
don't even try. Let's see, what else do we got? So we did that deal. Do we have, Catherine and I went to New Mexico yesterday.
Seriously, and back.
You went to Mexico and back?
New.
Yeah.
Oh, New Mexico. It's like, what?
Nueve Mexico.
New Mexico.
So we
Road
went
trip?
and did some property out there, 3 1-acre parcels. And so do you want to run that deal? Did somebody say they brought a deal? Who got a deal?
Yeah, Katya.
Katya has an RV park.
Does anybody
Katya
else
has
have
work.
deals? So,
I'm bored
Yeah,
with RV
let's-
parks. I almost don't want to do an
Sherry
RV.
raised her hand.
Who?
Sherry Lynn,
Sherlyn.
Where you at, Sherry Lynn? What do you got? I want Katya to keep working on that vacant land in Tempe. Like, how are we doing on that? Where'd you get?
We have, give me 1 second, let me find the email. We have the due diligence information for the property,
Yeah.
which is nice, including, hold on, I'm getting there.
Sherry Lynn dropped an address, Catherine.
Stop the sharing to see the
Amore's here. Hi, Amore.
Amor. There she is.
Hello, how are you guys?
Okay, so we got some exciting stuff happening to share with you.
Interrupt anytime you want. Katya, let us know what it says.
Okay, give me 1 second. I'm trying to figure out Dropbox.
Okay,
You're good.
here is ready.
Run this deal. Sherry Lynn, what do you know about this thing?
I don't want to say anything because I want your plain response to it and just kind
Is it
of
single house?
see where it goes. Yeah. Well, it's a farm property, but kind of like a vacant lot.
Got it. It can be broke up, is what you're saying.
And can't be broke up, but it has some farm exemptions and some other stuff. But I kind of want to see what Landshark does with it and what your opinion of it is before I give you some other data about it.
So are you saying that it's not divisible?
It's not. You can't divide it.
Okay,
It's a 4-acre parcel.
got it. I always worry about property I can't split,
Well, this,
especially if it's over an acre.
yeah, this one would do better as kind of an agritourism space
Right,
with a single family home and ADU, that kind of thing.
right.
But
Let's see what it comes up with, because I'm curious to see the cool part about agritourism is that you can do a lot of crazy stuff on it, which doesn't necessarily require you to split it. You know, you can do everything you want on it and not have to split it. So that's a good thing. Let's see here.
yeah, the history on it is it operated as a community farm. It had
Right.
6 RV spaces for farm interns, students, and visitors.
Okay, that explains it because I saw it came up and said Airbnb for farmers. I was like, what?
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a thing. So apparently
Yeah,
it's a
but
thing.
I'm gonna, when we get to it, I'm gonna take you on a journey of the good, the bad, and the ugly on it because it'll pop up. I'm interested to see what Landshark does with it, and then we're gonna make it better and then worse, all in 2 steps.
Better and worse all in 2 steps. Love that.
Yeah,
Go through it.
basically, so the thing with Landshark is it takes the information it has, but it doesn't know the negatives about it, and it doesn't necessarily know the positives about it. So it's interesting, you know, that's kind of what's important about teaching people to use with Landshark is that you're still the operator of the information that gets put in there.
Right.
So back up a little bit. Let's
Okay.
take a look at this.
Yeah.
So validate this information for me if you don't mind. 3.95 acres, correct?
Correct.
Listed right now in the market for 425,000.
Correct.
It shows that there's 240 square foot mobile home manufactured home structure on it.
Say that again. I missed that.
It's got a mobile home on it.
No, it does not.
Go back up. That is the property.
That's one of the views of the property. There's another view that has the RV sites.
What is that? Are these all like small structures?
Yeah, that's like 12 by 16 cabins, a shower house, a
Got it.
toilet, and a wash station.
Okay. All right. Cool. So there's 3 finished cabins, it says.
Correct. But they're
500
small
square
camping
foot.
cabins.
Hold on. It says that it's an R1 or RB zoning, which is low density residential or a rural buffer.
Yeah, it's split property, rural buffer and R1.
Yeah. And so then we can ask it what R1 stands for, but it says that it's currently being used as an income producing farm with cabins, tiny homes, greenhouses, chicken coops, irrigation pond, workshop, cold storage, shower house, picnic pavilion, wood fired pizza oven. And then multiple sheds and carports. Is that all sound about right?
Yep, that's correct.
Produces food and flowers or just food?
Neither right now. It's been vacant for about a year.
Got it. Okay. And then the infrastructure shown is gravel, driveways, electric and well, and then fiber internet.
On all spaces.
Okay. And then it says that according to the Jim Allen Group, that the soil and engineered plans support a 4 to 6 bedroom drip system.
Correct. That's
But
one of the, yeah,
Not installed, right?
state-run system, so a very expensive system.
Right. But it's not installed yet, right?
That's correct.
Okay. And then so taxes currently are 36,000 a year, 3,600 a year. Go down. So and stop right here. So this is what Deal Hunter is going to do. It tells you right here from the knowledge and actions explainer. It says running this as a small farm,
Orlando, come on in.
tiny house, STR structure compound, right? Future upside coming from completing the septic and the cottage. So that's what the knowledge and action explainer is going to base everything on until you tell it different.
Correct.
Right? So if you don't want it to run it with that, after this, the first prompt is instead of running this as a small farm STR compound, I want to run it as an RV park or an RV resort, because we have, and you would tell it, I have 10 RV pads, right? Or whatever you have. Okay. So going through this, there's no pro forma to really produce income scenario, but what it's going to do is kind of come up with a game plan on its own so that it operates properly. What it's going to do is it's going to plug in that in this area, typically nightly rates are between 110 and 160. So it'll say that 130 is going to be the Airbnb nightly rate. Okay. And with 55% occupancy across 3 cabins, it's going to now give us an operating net operating income. Go ahead and scroll down, because it's going to reduce the operating incomes, and our NOI looks like about $42,000 a year with a cap. With that purchase price at $425,000, it makes it a 10 cap. And that's not bad. So based on the debt and returns and all that, if you did a 70%, 75% loan on it, your PITI, go down a little bit, it shows that you have about a 1.4 DSCR score. So your cash on cash returns about 10%, 11%. So it's not a bad buy-in for that. But the issue is that you're relying heavily on marketing and advertising. And I think that you'd have to increase that budget for that. Sensitivity, how fragile is it? We're running a sensitivity test to it. And that's what I was just talking about. Downside is that you go down to a 2%. If you go down to 45% occupancy, which based on where you're located, I think that's probably right, because you're not going to year round out there. So you got to go with the fact that you're looking at about a 45% occupancy based on that, because I don't think it considers this being a seasonal place to do this. It's completely based on your warm season, if you will. So,
so
go ahead and go down.
Yeah, that's correct. All of it.
The alternative plays are to do an estate plus short-term rental hybrid. Go build a house on it, a big one.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you can do that, or you go with a pure land and redevelopment hold, which means that you just scrap everything that's there and come back with something different. And you can make that suggestion to the city or county based on what the needs are. Funding strategies, 3 paths. Go ahead and scroll through those. I don't really, unless you want to look at what those are, Sherilyn. I mean,
No, I know. I was just curious.
Yeah.
So here's the thing.
You want to? Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, here's the thing with this. This is actually a property I am dumping. I have too many other properties I have to deal with and develop. So this one, I basically had it as a nonprofit educational farm for 10 years. And so we had it fully staffed out as like tiny house, rent the dirt kind of pads. And now we're just selling it. So I wanted to see what this came up with. There's a 500 square foot house that's unfinished but dried in. The septic, we're not putting in the septic only because we don't know if someone's going to want to just have an estate there, or if they want the septic to hook up to the pads, which are 2 fundamentally different systems. And so we're engineering both, but we're not going to install it. But that system, as you know.
Did you give any consideration of installing holding tanks?
Yeah, we have the ability. I've already vetted it with the state. So you can put an RV holding tank in there, correct?
Because again, then it's just a matter of putting in the budget to have somebody come suck it.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Right.
So, so the income that this did not show is that the pads rent for $600 to $650 a month. Then you have your Airbnb cabins. Then if you finish that 500 square foot tiny house, it's either an Airbnb or it's a long-term rental at about $1,400 a month. And then you have the nursery income. We operated it as, the catch for us is that we operated it as a nonprofit. We were launching young farmers, beginning farmers. So we weren't trying to make money. So we don't have, you know what I mean, the history of it, basically, because we were doing it for free. But yeah, so it was interesting to see what this came up with as far as what works and what doesn't.
Right. Yeah. And so, I mean, based on what it's showing here, go through the risk flags, the risks of things there. are based on concerns, not anything actual. Similar lots have sold for around your price. Yours is a little bit higher on the higher end of that scale. So a CapEx play right there is, showing like because of the septic not being on there, like they can negotiate that. Your takeaways, goes and no's. Your goes are, can you validate a realistic amount of people there at 55%? I know, like you said, we didn't factor in the pads. How many pads did you say you had there?
We have 6 pads, but it depends on if they want to build another house there.
Right.
And then we have like the Airbnbs when we had our tiny
I'm
houses.
just saying from this standpoint here, to try and make sure that there's an opportunity for cash flow. That's kind of where it has to fall into play. So
Yeah, I'd say 4 pads, 2 tiny house, like Airstream kind of
Right.
things, and then the ADU in the cabin.
right. So and here you can see the hard pauses, right, on your STR events, stuff like that. Sherry Lynn, does this property fit in? Did you take this property back through your profile and let the profile kind of look at this property with you and determine like this is where I'm at?
Oh, that's interesting. I haven't done that yet.
So did you download the REI virtual executive board yet?
No, I'll do that.
Okay, so let's go show them the REI virtual board.
Okay, we've got
executive board.
3 minutes.
I understand. You don't have to stop sharing. Just go to REI virtual executive board. Right, there are new projects. And so
Yeah, I think that this property is more for like an owner operator who's on the ground and wants to live there.
Right. And so you can bring it back into, if you follow the instructions on getting your REI virtual executive board built,
Okay.
then what you can do is you can create your property plan in here. You can put your Landshark investor profile in here, and then you bring this property into it and say, does this or does this not work with my profile? And it'll tell you why it works or why it don't. And then you're able to move through this and figure out, how do I get rid of it faster, quicker, better? Right?
Yeah, that's
So
interesting. Yeah.
your client avatar for this property is very, 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 very thin.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. We're either going to
So-
get a local person who wants an estate or a farm dreamer who wants to operate a agritourism space small.
Right. And so that avatar, again, very thin. So what I would like to do, because we only got a few more minutes, what are your options on this? Do you have a note on this or any kind of debt?
I have debt that I'm carrying on another property so that I could hold this free, but I want to get rid of it. I don't want to carry paper on it. The whole
Okay.
purpose,
Oh, okay.
because I can build it out
If
and
you
I don't.
own it, again, if you own it free and clear, that's kind of the question, is if you own it free and clear and there's no debt on it, then that eliminates any sub 2 opportunity. So I'm just trying to create more opportunities, and unfortunately by owning it outright, it just eliminates another opportunity.
Yeah.
So you can create one, but you said you don't want to hold paper. So
Not on this property. Yeah. We're ready to get rid of it.
Right. Well, and again, like, I don't know what your bottom line is, but this is the way I look at it. You had it listed at 525, right?
But yep.
Okay, so if you had it,
Well, I'm sorry, it was originally 525
it,
with us putting in septic. It's now 425.
Let's go back to it. Your septic's gonna run like 30 grand, right?
50.
1
50.
minute.
So let's just go ahead and click here. So the owner of the property will put in the septic tank and system for $50,000. Let's add that to the price and then increase the total cost to $600,000. We're going to ask for 20% down, and we're going to set up terms for there to be owner financing on this, where it's going to be 7% interest only, 5 years with a balloon at the end of 5 years. And then what I want to do is after 6 months of seasoning this loan, I want to sell it to a note holder for 10% discount. So show me what my cash out value would be.
Oh, that's clever.
Sherry Lynn,
Yeah.
come on now.
Okay, so it's
You're
10
so
o'clock.
smart.
My other meeting has started.
I understand. And that's a meeting that is not important because it's trying to sell us tchotchkes. So somebody else can go talk to them. So what we can do is we can revisit this deal tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't want you to have to wait. I can
roll through this. You'll see real quick. So if you did this, where they're going to pay you $120,000 down, they're going to have to take on payments, and then you can turn around. Their yearly payments are $33,000. Their monthly payments $2,800 a month. Blah blah blah. Go down. So then what you're going to do is after 6 months, you're going to sell this to somebody who buys notes. Okay, and so total cash received before selling the notes, 136,000. And then you're going to sell it at a 10% discount, which means that the note buyer's buying it for 432,000. So the cash from the notes 432,000. So then what you got is the 120, the 16, and the 432. And at the end, you're walking away with $568,800. How much are you going to pay me for that?
Whatever you want.
The balance. I'm
Don't
buying it
say
for
that.
420 I'm buying it
Gonna
for
say.
425. So I'll take it for 425 as is right there.
Charlene,
Yeah.
I'm gonna send this to you.
No, thank you very much. Okay, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I don't want to hold you up because I know we're past time, but I'll be here tomorrow.
All right, you guys have a great day. Heavenly
Thank
Father, we
you.
thank you for the blessing of this day and the blessing of this life. Take all these people back out to your world and bring them back to me tomorrow. Have a good day.
Bye.
Beautiful.
Have a good day.
Charlene, grab it out of the
Bye.
Zoom chat.
Have a good day.